Today we're visiting Jerry Gatto here in Ancaster, and we're going to find out how many times you're going to visit him during your real estate transaction. Jerry, thanks for having us. How many times am I seeing you? Am I just seeing you on closing day or prior to that?
Well, I always like to have a client in at least twice. I always ask a client to come in and do an initial meeting with me. First of all, you get to meet the lawyer that you're working with, so there's some familiarity there. Secondly, if you're acting on behalf of the purchaser, I like to go through the mortgage commitment with the client. I like to go through the tax adjustments. There's provincial sales tax sometimes on CMHC fees. Sometimes a mortgage commitment will have a tax holdback. Those are things that, at the end of the day, aren't related to the legal costs in closing a transaction, but they are related on the amount of money that you're going to be required, to bring in on closing.
Okay. But Jerry, I'm concerned. I'm already going to be overwhelmed and anxious because, you know, the real estate transition it's hard. But every time I come to see you, every time I call you, is this costing me money?
Tracy, absolutely not.
Okay.
If you have a good lawyer work in your corner, the fee that I quote at the beginning of the transaction is the fee that I stick with. You call me 10 times, you call me 100 times, you come in and see me 3 times, that's included in my fee. That's the service I provide you. Our philosophy at our office is, Tracy, you're going to be our client for the rest of your life. So if you have that philosophy, you treat your clients much differently. We're there to work with you. Obviously, if it requires going to litigation, that's a different story. But up until the point that the transaction is completed and any subsequent problems, my fees are not increased one bit.
Okay, but it sounds like I'm not going to have to call you 20 times to 100 times because the initial meeting, you're going to settle my nerves and it's going to be, you know, I'm not going to be overwhelmed.
And absolutely, and to be perfectly honest with you, one of the reasons we do the initial meeting is for selfish reasons, because we did find in the past that the nervous client would call you many, many times with questions, not understanding the process, and they would get small bits of information here and there. With the initial meeting, I walk the client through their obligations, contact insurance, contact hydro, contact union gas. I walk them through the closing date process, what time they can expect their keys, what time to arrange the movers to move them from their old house to their new house. I just find that really calms the situation down. They're educated as to the process, and they know more or less within $50 to $100 how much money they're going to need on closing.
Great, so already peace of mind. If you would like more information on the services that Jerry offers, check out his website at gattolaw.ca. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Tracy.